Hey y'all, it's your girl Maria, and we are back with more reactions. I have another story time from our Home Free gang with Tim Faust. I loved the first one. I got a good old belly laugh from that one. And then Sandra, good old Sandra, she came through and sent me a bunch of links for some story time clips. And I loved the first one so much, so I wanted to make sure we got this in the lineup. So I picked another one from the list that she gave me, and we're going to take a listen to it. So excited. You already know if you want to show love and support to the group and or myself, I link ways for you to do that in the description box below. Make sure you check it out. And then, of course, my shameless plug, because I have no shame. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, Eddie, or all, preferably all. You know that you want to. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get started.
Give it up for that. And I know a lot of you, I know you want to tell me like how far you came and you're like really proud of it. We came all the way from Alabama. Did you not sense the sarcasm in that? That's Alabama for you.
Yeah, there we go.
But the point is, I'm sure a lot of you came from all over North America, and that's neat. But we got some ladies who came from Germany. So,
Oh, okay. Well, excuse me, Miss Germany.
shut up, the rest of you. My fan base is my demographic. The core demographic is seasoned.
Yeah. Yep.
It's
Old ladies.
I mean, I like when I'm looking around and I see a lot of salt and pepper. That's what I mean by seasoned. But it wasn't a demographic that
I can't even be mad. I'm salt and pepper too. I have my own like white streak going on over here. Salt and pepper. I don't mind being seasoned. It means I'm delectable.
But
Just saying.
it wasn't a demographic that I set out to attain. But like most things in my life, it just worked out in my best interest. Because, you know, of course, when you first getting into music, like in my case, like most men, you're trying to impress young girls. And then I learned pretty quickly that young girls don't have money to spend on me. So I just want to preface this story by saying I'm happy to have all you seasoned fans. Just know that thank you for being here and for spending your money on me. There wasn't much applause because they're all holding their cameras right now to capture this story time. And they're all going to race to be the first ones to upload it to YouTube. But anyway, so this is sort of, I'm going to tell a couple stories that are sort of about my seasoned fans. And just thinking back to what got me, what motivated me in the first place to get into music, start writing music, versus where I am. So this is called Look Ma, I'm a Rock Star. Story number one. I sing with a group called Home Free. Anyone heard of them? I was doing a show not that long ago, and again, when you get into music, you visualize, undergarments being thrown at you on stage, and that hasn't happened one time. My fans said like root beer on stage, and that's neat. I preferred that actually.
The root beer.
I did get a hat thrown at me recently. It was a ball cap. And it was during the encore last song, so I put it on my head, did the rest of the song, and then went off stage and took it off and looked inside of it and quickly regretted putting it on my head. It wasn't in the best interest of my health or hygiene to have done that.
Oh gosh.
But then I realized that I felt something kind of inside the hat. There was a zipper, and there was clearly a wad of something in there. And I was worried it was money. If it was money, I was going to return it to the person who threw the hat, most of it. It was sweet and low packets. Look, Mom, a rock star. I'm getting sweet and low thrown at me on stage.
I love it.
Let's see. Well, I had another story that's already.
That is such a salt and pepper move. It really is. Because I can't tell you, I have like how much stuff I have in my purse that is like handy. You know, I have my chapstick, I have my Tylenol, I have my hand sanitizer. Like I've got all kinds of stuff in there that's not necessarily money. And so would it be beyond me to like not have spent, like I would absolutely keep Splenda packets in my purse. Heck yeah, I would. I don't have a very big purse, so if I could put Splenda packets, I would absolutely do that, because sometimes you go to a restaurant and then they only have unsweet tea and they don't have Splenda. And I'm like, I want Splenda. I don't want the equal or the sweet and low. It's not a bad idea, actually. I might actually start doing that.
Let's see. Well, I had another story that's already escaped me, so maybe. Oh no, I remember what it was. Some of you know this story. Karen knows it really well. I think the biggest moment in my career thus far that has just filled me with joy and made me say with gusto and tongue-in-cheek, "Look, Ma, I'm a rock star." And that was when I hit a low note and it knocked a lady's false teeth out of her mouth.
Oh my gosh. I could not imagine.
This is 100%. That stuff really happened. It's her sister. I'm just going to tell you. It's not her,
Oh no!
It's her sister. If you don't believe me, ask her.
I wonder if that's why he does it so low now. I wonder, like, if every time he hits those low notes, if he's waiting to see if somebody else's teeth pops out or a glass eye or something. Oh my gosh, I could not imagine. You hit a low note that low, the floor vibrates that much, your teeth come out. Oh my gosh. Wow. And then he's calling the girl out. It's Karen's sister. If you don't believe me, go ask her. She's right there.
And she'll tell you all about that. And finally, I would like to just make sure we really kick this evening off with a bang. So I'm going to close out story time by talking about barnacle penis. That's going to be my legacy, isn't it? I've never said anything that got that reaction.
Oh my God.
Some people just yell that out at shows now. And it means nothing to most people. It just sounds like Tourette's, you know? So, in case you've heard barnacle penis being yelled out at my show, I'll tell you why. I was doing a show in Portland, Oregon, and a friend of mine named Catherine Roy came to that show, and she is a children's author and illustrator, and she is specialized in a lot of nautical, aquatic stuff, a lot of sea life, and so she's got to do some really cool things like live on ships with marine biologists and study marine life and learn a lot of interesting factoids. And the one she shared with me moments before I went on stage is that up to 90% of a barnacle's body can be its penis.
Woo!
Now, before you clam up, pun intended, these are science words, so grow up. This isn't cheap humor. It's not just cheap humor anyway. This is about science, so let's all learn something together. I'll be honest, barnacles weren't really on my radar before that conversation, but all of a sudden I'm filled with admiration for those little creatures. Anyway, she went on to explain that, you know, they're fixed in place, and they have to be able to reach other barnacles fixed in other places, sometimes at distance. You're picturing it now, aren't you?
Oh my gosh.
That's not my fault. Anyway, she shared that with me, and our truck driver, John, overheard this. And John came over to me right before I went on stage, and he said, "I'll bet you $20 you can't get barnacle penis into your show tonight." Well, John owes me about $160 at this point. 180, counting tonight. I took that bet, and I talked about barnacle penises, peni? I don't know, for some time during that show, and without warning, my bandmates were not privy to this conversation, nor did they hear the bet. So all of a sudden, I'm just talking about barnacle peni in the show, and I hear Rob off microphone say, "What the hell is happening right now?" And we got around to the whole point of the story, and it was a fun experience. We all learned something together, and I thought that would be it. I thought, all right, one and done, and I was wrong, because we got to the next show, which was in Idaho Falls, and there was a sign language interpreter on stage with us.
Oh no.
Well, I wasn't going to squander that opportunity. So,
the poor guy has to sign language all of that. That is so foul. Oh man. Oh. Whew. Okay, let's go.
I told that story again, and I said it a lot. I really said it a bunch of times, because the audience seemed to enjoy it. You know, I'd say barnacle penis, and then us, like the whole audience and us, would all turn and look at this poor lady. She was a good sport, but she would just go, and then sign it. And it turns out there is not a sign for barnacle, so she had to spell it out. Does anyone know how to do that? Yeah. There it was. That's barnacle. I had to think really hard about that. There is, however, a sign for the next word. And would you like to learn it?
Oh no.
Okay. It's real simple. I don't know the origin of it, but you're welcome in advance. Here's how it goes. For this side of the room.
Oh man, that was funny. Why would that be the sign for that word? Like, who came up with that? That makes no sense. Oh my gosh, this guy, he's hilarious. Oh, you know, he has such a sense of humor, but I also enjoy the fact that he was the only one in on the joke. Like, the rest of the group wasn't in on the joke. It's like, what is happening right now? And they weren't privy to that, so it just made it that much more funny. Oh man, I loved it. That was so much fun. All right, that's going to do it for this one. If you guys like the content, then you already know what to do. You know, you want to do it, so make sure check it out in the description box below. And also my shameless plug, because once again, I have no shame. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, any or all, preferably all you know that you want to. But in the meantime, live your lives fabulously, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.